We are off and running here in Nashville, week 13. A couple of old friends in the AFC South. Bashal Tutin is going to field it, crosses the 30, and takes on a hard hit as he was brought down right shy of the 35. And looked like Joey Slye, the kicker, was the man who applied that hit. So here comes Trevor Lawrence. Arch, since the Jacoby Myers trade with Brian Thomas's return today, it's the healthiest that the offense has been all year.
Well, you've seen in the last few weeks, and with the addition of Jacoby Myers, that there has been more consistency. There's been a little bit more trust. And yes, the passing game is coming off, their best couple weeks that they've had. Now, they're still looking for that down the field element to the offense, but things have started to look better and stabilized.
Lawrence begins the day with play action. He's going to get it to Travis Etienne as he will pick up 4, maybe 5 to set him up with second down.
Well, the identity of this offense is the physicality behind their run game. You see what they've been able to do in their last 5 games.
Eligible man downfield, offense number 73. 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
And they're going against a defense that really, they've struggled to stop the run here in the last 5 games of the season. To me, this is the matchup for Jacksonville to be the offense they want to be. It is led by their rushing attack.
So the penalty charge to Robert Hainsey, their center. One thing to keep in mind, Cole Van Lanen again making a start today at that right guard position with no Patrick McCary available for the Jags. And another big loss up front as Etienne's going to get some of that penalty yardage back, crosses the 35, close to the 36. Of key inactives in this game. We just mentioned McCary, one of their big free agent acquisitions. De'Ami Brown is a healthy scratch, and still no Hunter Long, who was such a big piece of their offense.
And Van Lanen, he's playing his 3rd different position in the last 3 weeks. He has been invaluable. Played pretty well in the last 2 games at right tackle.
Lawrence to the air on 2nd and 9, completes. That's a good early sign. Can they get Brian Thomas going, Arch? He's been in just a pretty gnarly sophomore slump. Picks up 11 here and a big early first down.
Yeah, and what he brings to the to attack outside the numbers and deep. They want to get more big plays, and you've seen the way Liam Coen has called this offense. They have dialed up some shots, but they just haven't been there. That's really where he excels. And if he can bring that dimension to this offense, it just makes him that much better.
Missed the last 3 games with the ankle injury, but finally deems himself fit. Pitch play here to Etienne. So Thomas, Archer, just think of how good he was last year as a rookie after that.
And I think it is because you had Jacoby Myers who came in. Parker Washington really started to step up and become reliable. It's because of those receivers starting to come on that they allowed Brian Thomas Jr. to rest a little bit and make sure that he's up to full speed.
Lawrence going to work from the gun. They bring a blitzer off the edge. Lawrence, the fake. Lawrence smothered. Kevin Winston got there first, and then Arden Key with the rep. And they get to Lawrence early in this game. 3rd down.
Get that first sack of the game. Really good start for a Tennessee defense that really, off of the edge, needs to get a little bit more production from those edge rushers. Arden Key with the big first sack.
First career sack for Kevin Winston, the rookie. Lawrence steps up after they lost 10. Everyone covered down the field, tucks it away. Going to get to the 50, so they'll be well shy of the first down marker. They needed the Tennessee 44. And so frustrating end to that drive for Liam Coen's offense after Lawrence picks up 13 and Jacksonville's going to punt.
Well, that's a good start for Denard Wilson's defense. And look, they've had a lot of different things to deal with, a lot of mixing and matching of personnel. He's had to create a defense that has to adjust every single week, and that's a good start.
Chimere Dike, one of the most dangerous punt return men in the sport. Going to play it here. Looked like he ran into his own man. And they're going to force him out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line after a return of about 8. Cam Ward onto the field for the first time. Early state weather, no doubt. Temperatures in the upper 40s as we get our first look at Cam Ward in this Tennessee offense. They begin at their own 20-yard line. Ward's going to work from the gun. The rookie slings it towards the right and makes a short completion, gets it to Van Jefferson as they pick up 3. Arch, so Cam Ward last week, career high in pass yards, third straight game without a turnover in what was probably his best game of the year.
Well, certainly, it was his best game of the year. And you could see, I mean, we saw him in their only win of the year in that Arizona game where he really made some eye-popping throws, which he's done all season. But as you've seen him here progress in the last half of the season, playing on time, having much better command, and his decisiveness is what stood out.
Here's the ground game. Can they get this run attack that has been non-existent off and running as Tony Pollard goes right into the teeth of that Jacksonville defense? It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for Tennessee.
Well, this is key for Tennessee, is up front, just the ability to sustain blocks. They've played a couple of tough run fronts in the last couple games. That's a good start to the run game.
This is the worst rushing offense in the NFL in terms of yards per game as they complete here over the middle of the field.
Well, they have to be able to protect Cam Ward. You see 45 sacks allowed, the most in the National Football League. And really, when you look at this Jacksonville defense, the one thing that really stands out is how they've been able to get after that quarterback. 9 sacks, 21 quarterback hits, and they come from all different levels in this defense.
6 sacks last week of Jacoby Brissett. Will that carry over into this game? A first down run here and more. So a good start for Tony Pollard, who is well behind his pace from the last couple of years. Picks up 11 here. Remember, 1,000 yards for Pollard each of the last 3 years.
Well, you talked to Mike McCoy about their run game, and he was pretty honest with us that it's been awful in their last 2 games. Now, listen, I know it's the National Football League, but you played against the Houston Texans, one of the best front sevens in football, and the Seattle Seahawks that know how to get after it. Up front, it's been a big battle, but Jacksonville's defense has been great at stopping the run as well.
Mike McCoy, the interim coach. How about this ground attack? Andrew Wingard gets bowled over as Pollard applying a punishing hit, able to get downfield into the second level, and another Tennessee first down. Only team in the sport that has not had an opening drive touchdown. In fact, they go back 14 straight games dating back to last season.
I mean, look, if you can start out running the football, and they're just going right downhill. There's nothing fancy about this run game. They're going right downhill in the heart of that Jacksonville run defense, and that's really helping out this offense get started.
Play action, little end around. It's DK trying to get him into some open space, get him some more touches. We saw how impressive he was last week. At 90-yard punt return, had the late 1-yard touchdown catch as they try to implement him a little bit more in this offense.
Well, Sparrow, last week, you know, you look at Cam Ward and his wide receivers, you know, missing his top wide receivers. Io Manor was out, Ridley is out, Oliver, you know, they're on IR, and so they've had to find different guys. And when you look at these young players on this football team, the rookies making some big contributions, DK with some huge plays in their last couple games.
They do get Io Manor back in this game, back from that hamstring tweak. There's a completion. Beautiful ball. It's Okonkwo. Tackled by Devin Lloyd. And how about this game-opening drive led by the rookie quarterback?
Yeah, looking real nice. And Okonkwo leads the Titans in catches and yards. And again, talking about his wide receiver core, you see that beautiful pocket. Absolutely no pressure whatsoever, and he leads Okonkwo perfectly. Really nice secured catch, taking a shot from Devin Lloyd.
Okonkwo was on the injury report this week with a foot injury, missed practice time, but he's their team leader in both catches and rec yards. Already 2 grabs on this opening drive. Tyjae Spears gets his first touch. Going to pick up only a couple. Tackled there by Andrew Wingard. So we mentioned some of the inactives on the other side of the football for both teams. Big missing piece for them. Tennessee, their starting center, no Lloyd Cushenberry. And we heard the report from Aditi Walker out, 2nd straight week, and no Armstead.
Yeah, I don't think we can overstate the massive loss on this defense without having Walker and then without having Eric Armstead, who has really started to play well. This is the #1 rushing defense right now in yards per game in the National Football League. And I think it's because Tennessee has been able to have early success in the run that's given their offense balance on this first drive.
Second down pass. Ward to the end zone. It's caught but they say he was out of bounds. Gunnar Helm just running out of real estate. Andrew Wingard was there. Wingard's been all over the field.
Ryan Thomas Jr. will be back out on this field, and head coach Liam Cohen told us he's hoping that Thomas can bring a level of explosiveness to this offense today. Bad news, Eric Armstead tested out that hand he hurt on the field earlier. Ultimately, he can't go, so that means both he and Trayvon Walker will be missing from a defense that's been ferocious the last 2 weeks. That all, of course, comes against a Titans team that Jeffrey Simmons promised me is not going to be anybody's easy layup.
Yeah, Didi, Liam Cohen told us yesterday it's the best 1 in 10 defense I've ever seen. The way that they're playing the sign, Simmons again has been at a Pro Bowl caliber. And can Liam Cohen's team, Arch, take care of business? Tennessee wins the toss. They defer.